Everybody, Wayne here. In today's Let's Play, I'm going to be taking a look at Cities of the Damned, Aachen, designed by Michael Rinella and published in Against the Odds magazine number 60. This issue of Against the Odds magazine included 2 Solitaire war games. This one, by Michael Rinella, uses the same system as he used in Stalingrad, Advance to the Volga 1942, along with Manila, Savage Streets 1945. At the end of the playthrough, I'll also be giving you a mini review and my thoughts on Aachen. Alright, let's get down to the table. Alright, before we dive into the actual playthrough, let's do a quick overview of the game and system. Cities of the Damned, Aachen uses the same system from Michael Rinella as he used in Stalingrad and in Manila. If you're familiar with them, you may want to skip ahead to the playthrough itself. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and explain everything. So you can see here we have a map of the more urbanized inner part of the city of Aachen. This game does not cover the entire campaign for the city. Rather, it focuses on more of the city center. That takes the fight that took place from October 13th through October 21. The game here, as you can see, is area movement. Each of the areas divided by a heavy black line. Area impulse as well. So in this game and in this game system, you're activating an area with your units, whatever fresh units, which units have, the front side is fresh. Here's an infantry unit, by the way. Front side is fresh, the back side is spent. They also have their parent organization along with their combat strength printed on them. You'll activate an area, any fresh units you can go ahead and move or conduct combat with. You can do as many of those action rounds. Those are when you're activating areas as you want, as long as you have fresh units available. So if you are conducting an action round and you have a successful combat involving an overrun, your units actually stay fresh, in which case you can continue to have activations. Once you either choose to pass and choose to stop, or that all your units are spent, then the turn is over. Like I said before, it is carried out, the game happens over, 9 turns. During each of the 9 turns, when you're activating areas, moving and taking control of different areas, you are going to be encountering German units. Now, the German units are these static defensive units. You can see I have them placed out in the areas. This is the starting setup. The areas are broken up into, and here's where you can see the big numbers in the circle, square, or hexagon. These are suburban areas with the 2, the 3 is an urban area, and the 4 is a fortified area. Those numbers are going to be the terrain effect modifier that helps the defender. When you are moving into an area, you are going to be encountering the German defender here. You never know what it is. They're drawn randomly and placed randomly. And there's some extras. So even whatever you place out, you're not going to necessarily know, depending on what you've encountered, what is in, or on the map, I should say. You're going to be flipping them over. And when you flip them over, there's going to be some sort of defense strategy listed. So in this case, you have a defense strength of 5, and the defense strategy is barrage. Barrage is the American player must either place 1 attacking infantry or army unit in the out-of-action box prior to combat resolution, or you flip all attacking units to spent and retreat. There is sniper, ambush, barrage, fanatic, and elite. I'll cover them during the actual gameplay itself. You never know what you're going to get. Obviously, as you can see, it's random. Sometimes it's something you can just make a decision on. Sometimes you're just going to have to deal with it. Other times, depending on your combat result, you may be able to actually negate the actual defense strategy. You just never know what's going to happen from turn to turn. All right, so you're activating your areas, you're moving, you're encountering the enemy, you're fighting them. Combat, again, I'll cover kind of in detail when I actually play. But basically, you're going to pick a lead attacking unit. You're going to add up modifiers based on how many other units are involved in combat. You then can use, depending on certain situations you may or may not be able to use, air support, artillery support, armor support, and engineer support to add additional attack strength. You also get a chance to use a combined arm bonus. And then you're going to check for the German morale, which is going to add or subtract from them. The Germans themselves, they have their strength that is printed on the counter. So like I said, for this unit here, it's a 5, combined with the terrain effect modifier 3, so that'd be a total of 8. Again, then looking at the morale track and seeing where the German morale is in plus, which is here if it's in the white, or if it's over here in the gray, it's in a negative. You're rolling 2d6 for each side. So Americans roll 2d6, Germans roll 2d6, add those numbers together. You're either going to have a situation where the attack is repulsed, it's a stalemate, a success, or as I mentioned before, an overrun. And I'll go into the actual details as we play. Your goal at the end is going to be to either capture every single area, or if you have, and that's an automatic victory, or you have to check for the end of turn 9, you check the German morale. If the German morale is 6 or higher, you lose. If it's 5 or less, you're going to roll a 1d6 and compare that to that German morale. If it's higher, you win. If you equal or less, you lose. All right, I think that should be that's a quick and dirty kind of overview of the game, the system, and Aachen in particular. Let's go ahead and dive into actual playthrough, where I'll kind of explain things in more detail as I go. Let's just go into it. All right, here we go. So it is turn 1. So let's move the turn marker to turn 1, October 13th. Start off with the dawn phase. First off would be reinforcements. We don't get any reinforcements until turn 2. You can see I have reinforcements set up here, which there's a handy spot on the map next to the turn track. Turn 2, 3, 5, and 7 will get reinforcements. Next, you check for leader mortality. This would be if any leaders have been placed in the out-of-action box in the previous turn. Obviously, there were none. This is the very first turn of the game, so we're going into the random event phase. Random event phase, you're going to go ahead and roll 3d6 and check the random event chart. Let's go ahead and roll. Add it up, so 3, 4, 5, 6. Random event chart should be popping up for you. Will be Aachen Defenders counterattack. Supply die roll halved this turn. Round down. That is definitely a bummer. So, speaking of supply, we go to the next phase. That is the supply phase. We'll roll 3d6 again and check our supply points. You're going to add up your roll. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. However, remember, due to the Aachen Defenders counterattack, that is round down to 5. So we'll just go ahead and put those aside. So we have 5 supply points. Supply points you can use to buy support units, those air support, artillery support, armor support, engineer support markers, or return infantry and armor units from the out-of-action box to play on their fresh side. We have no units in the out-of-action box, so we can spend all of our 5 points, all 5, on support units. Let's go ahead and purchase a armor support is 3. Yep, so let's do an armor support for 3. I'll put it up at the 1. And I'm going to use this track here to keep track of where each of the markers is. So one of them spent 3, so we only have 2 left. Let's do an engineer support, one of them as well. That costs 2, so that's the last of our supply points. So we'll have an armor and an engineer support if we choose to use them. Now, any supply points you don't spend, you lose. But as far as I can see in the rules, you don't lose any of your support units that are on the track. So feel free to just buy up and just keep track of them. Okay. That's it for the supply phase. Now we go into the combat phase. During the combat phase, first off, you would check for bloody streets, which is for any area, any urban or fortified area. So urban, right, is the square. Fortified is the hexagon here. That is contested. So if it has a German unit still, one of these tokens, along with American units, you would then roll on the bloody streets table. Obviously, there's none here yet. Yes, we are occupying with 2 German units, but those are suburban areas, right? Not urban or fortified, so we do not check for bloody streets. So now we start conducting our action rounds. This is where we can activate an area that has fresh units, move and or attack, and then continue to do that as long as we have units available that are fresh or until we decide to stop. All right, now just a little bit of housekeeping thing. So the stacking limit for an area is 4 of our units, exception areas 1 and 2, which you can see the numbers, they're pretty light here, right above the name of the area and then above the terrain effect modifier. 2 and 1, so the 2 starting areas, they have unlimited stacking, but also for stacking purposes, it's an armor and infantry unit count as 1, and then a leader if they're stacked with their subordinate unit. So for instance, Corwell here with the 3/K, he has K up in the corner, that is his subordinate unit. That only counts as 1, even though there's 2 units there. However, if the infantry wasn't there, he would count as 1 by himself. Okay, so we'll go ahead and starting for US action round here, let's go ahead and activate an area, right? So let's activate area 2 here, Aachen OST, and we're activating it. We have an unrevealed German unit. Now, traditionally, it's not going to happen because traditionally or normally, every other area you're going to move into, you're going to reveal the German unit, and then you're going to have a mandatory combat. In this case, because this area is contested here, and we we have nowhere else to go. We want to go ahead and have a combat with him. Go ahead and eliminate this unit to get him out of the way. So again, activating this area to go ahead and reveal the German unit, a sniper with a strength of 5. So sniper defense strategy means we place 1 leader in the out of action box after combat resolution. If no leader is present, we treat as an ambush, which we do have 4 leaders present, so we're definitely going to be losing 1 here. All right, so now we go into the combat resolution of step here of the combat phase. So first off, we're going to go ahead and pick our lead attacking unit, which we'll go ahead and pick this infantry unit right here. It doesn't really matter. What the key is what you're doing is you're picking them and you are looking at the strength up in the corner, right? Their actual attack strength on the unit. So ours right here is a 4. Then we can choose any artillery, engineer, armor, and air support units we want to use to help us out. So let's go ahead and use the armor support here. Armor support adds, remember, a +3. Because we only have the 1, we're going to go ahead and reduce this down to 0, which I'll put it right down here. So that adds a +3. And then we're going to start tabulating the numbers here. All right, so starting off, we have a 4 strength, and then we get +1 for each additional unit, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The leader units each count for a +1 as long as they're with the subordinate unit. So remember, that's a total of 11. Plus, we're taking the armor, which gives us an additional 3. That puts us at 14. And then you want to maybe question, okay, do we have combined arms? That is, if you have armor, infantry, and then any 2 of artillery, engineer, armor. We do not, so that we will not have that. So we'll just have 14. That's actually pretty good. And now what I like to do to keep track of it is I like to take, you can either use a D20, which I was using, or you have some of these extra, US area markers for control, which I don't even use in the game because you don't need them. I go ahead and put that. So I'll put that on the 14 here. I like to use the morale track. And then you have a German one here, an extra one. We're going to go ahead and put on here when we determine the German defense value, which we'll do that now. So that's the defense factor of the revealed unit, which is 5, combined with the number for the train effect modifier, which is 2. That's a total of 7. Plus, if the German morale is 10 or higher, which right now it is at the max at 19, they get an additional +1. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we had if there was rain from the random event, which does not apply, or if there were American support, you would do air support, excuse me. We're not doing that at all. So again, it sticks at 8. So we'll go ahead and put the marker here at 8. So you can see we're at 14, they're at 8. That's a good combat for us. So finish resolution, so that's the attack value, defense value. Now we go ahead and roll the actual dice, so 2d6 for each of them. Americans here, roll a 4 and a 3, right? So 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 14, that's 21. And for the Germans, they had 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's a total of 16. So we were greater than them, so is a success. And then you want to see if you have an overrun. So now that we know they're greater than, we want to check the remainder, right? So the remainder was 5, right? Because it was 14, 18, 19, 20, 21 versus 8 plus 8 is 16. So 21 minus 16 is 5. The remainder is 5. Unfortunately, that's the same as the sniper defending, so we do not have an overrun. We have a success, but not an overrun. So he is eliminated. An overrun would keep our units fresh. Now that the combat's over and it was only a success and not an overrun, our units will be flipped over to spent. However, you also have to remember, since this was a sniper, don't want to forget that, we'll place 1 leader in the out-of-action box. So we'll go ahead and grab Corbel here that we're talking about, sorry buddy, and place him in the out-of-action box. And now these units will all be flipped over to their spent side. All right. Now we go into another action round, right? And remember, we get to keep conducting action rounds as long as we have areas with fresh units. So area 1 here has fresh units in it. So we're going to activate that area for an action round. We'll flip over the defending German unit. It is a fanatic. A fanatic is, if the combat roll is a success, it is changed to a stalemate. You ignore it if it was repulsed, stalemate, or overrun. So basically, any regular success is changed to a stalemate, which means if we're going to be successful, you want to try to get an overrun. For us, we don't have a whole lot of options, but we'll do what we can here. So let's go ahead and figure the combat, right? Let's resolve it. We'll pick a lead unit. We'll just pick this infantry here with a 4. Start adding up our numbers, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we'll use the engineer support, which adds a +2. So that gives us to 13. So 1 less than before. And then we check for the defender. He has a 6, +2, plus the morale. So that becomes 9. So he's a little bit better than before. So 13 versus 9 before the die roll, which let's go ahead and roll. All right. We had a 7. So 7 plus the 13 gives us 20. They had, what was it, 9 plus 7 puts them at 16. So it was a success. However, right, 20 minus, what is it, 4, 5, 6, 16 is remainder of 4. Compare that to the defender, that's a 6. So it's not greater than, so it's not a 6, it's not a overrun, excuse me, which means it's only a success. But the fanatic changes that success to a stalemate. Too bad. Stalemate, there's no losses on either side. Instead, all attacking units are just flipped to their spent side, and the actual defender here stays on the map. Now, next time around, so next turn at this point, because we have two areas we've activated, we have no fresh units available, so this will be the end of the turn. Next turn, though, you may say, well, what about this unit? Is he still going to be a fanatic? He's not. So in any of the units that have already been revealed, once they're revealed, the very first time that you suffer their defense strategy, after that, you just look at the defense number. So next turn, we don't have to worry about him being a fanatic. We just have to worry about his actual defense strength. All right, but that is it for the combat phase. So now you go to the end phase. Oh, and by the way, I totally forgot, so let's make sure we do this. You definitely want to make sure to do this because otherwise you're going to lose the game. When you take control of an area, you get to lower the German morale track. So in this case, remember we took control of Area 2. We eliminated the German unit, so we get to lower it to 18. However, you want to remember, each turn, you can only lower it 1 for the very first suburban area, so the circle, right, with the 2. If it is a urban or fortified, each one of those counts for 1 every time. But these suburban areas like this, it's just the 1, which is the only one we captured at all, but just keep that in mind because it will come into play in the future. Okay, like I said before, we are on to the end phase. There's not going to be automatic victory. Technically, you check for that at the end of the combat phase. That's if you control every single area on the map. Obviously not there yet. Turn 1, not that good. And then you check for a loss, which again will only happen at the start of turn 9 if the German morale is... start of the end phase of turn 9, if German morale is 6 or higher. So now we go ahead on, we flip all spent units back to their fresh side. We advance the turn marker, and we go to turn number 2. All right, turn 2, it is the dawn phase. First step is reinforcements. We do get reinforcements. We actually get this 6 strength self-propelled artillery. Now we can place him in any area with an American unit or in a setup area. Now we're still in our setup area, so we'll go ahead and do that. I know that they're going to be able to defeat him, I believe, because his fanatic ability no longer applies. So let's go ahead and place him down here in this area. No, normally, again, I believe that this would exceed stacking, but because it's a starting area, one of the 2, it has unlimited stacking. We'll just have to keep that in mind when we activate and move our units. Okay, now for leader mortality. Remember we had poor Corwell here, who's placed in the out of action box. So we roll a 1d6 for him. On a 1 to 2, he's KIA and removed from the game. Bummer. If 3 to 4, the leader is lightly wounded and he returns during the next dawn phase. So we'd place him on the turn track for easy remembering. And then 5 to 6, he returns to play immediately. So we wanted 5 or 6. And we did get a 5 or 6, a rare time where Wayne's luck actually works for me. All right, so we get to place him fresh side up in an American control area that has another American unit or his original setup area. Obviously, we want to go ahead and just put him with the his units that he is associated with. So we'll go ahead and place him here in area number 2. All right, so now we go to the random event phase. So we roll 3d6 and check for random event chart. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A 7 on the random event chart is Aachen Defender's counterattack. Supply roll halved. That happened last turn, happened this turn. That is not good. So let's roll for our supplies. 3d6. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's halved, which would be 4.5, but it's rounded down, so it's only 4. So we have 4 supply. Yikes. That's bad luck. Okay, supply is a big part of this game. We definitely don't want that to happen. Okay, with 4 supply, let's go ahead and do... Should we just do a air support and just go for that? That'd be kind of fun. Let's do that. So we'll spend all 4. We'll do an air support. Which air support, instead of adding to ours, causes a negative 1d6 to the German defender. So that'll be fun. Okay. That's it for the supply phase. Let's go on to the combat phase. So first off, any bloody streets? Nope, doesn't apply. Okay, U.S. action rounds. All right, for this first action round, let's go ahead and activate area number 2 here. For movement, let's begin moving some of these fresh units out of here. So we're going to move him. That's 1. I'm checking stacking in my mind. 2, 3, and 4. Yep, because that'll be technically the max you can do for the stacking in that area. And so he will just stay there for now. So these 4, or these units here have moved into area 3, Beverell. And now we're done with the movement, because you can do all the movement before combat starts. Now, what you're going to do, is it going to be mandatory combat? Yep, because we moved to an area with a fresh German unit here. So he will be flipped over, and he's a fanatic. Here we go. Remember, for combat rolls as a success, it is changed to a stalemate, ignore otherwise. Okay, let's go into the actual combat here. So, it will be, and then I believe that will be, so check for your lead unit. We're going to pick him since he has a 6 combat strength, better than the infantry here. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that would be 12. And then should I use the, no, we'll save the support when we use it. So we'll just do 12. And then for defender, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 for the morale. So he's placed on the 8 here. So 12 versus 8, so 4 higher. So hopefully we roll really well, and he does not roll very well at all. All right, let's do it. Okay, not what I wanted, but we may be successful here. At least get a stalemate. So 3, 4, 5 plus the 12 is 17. They had 8, 9, and then 14. So we were greater than, but obviously did not have an overrun. So because of the fanatic, this overrun is, or fanatic, excuse me, the overrun is, or the success is changed to a stalemate. So he stays there. Our units are flipped over to spent. No losses, but we did not take control of the area either. Not having great luck. Problem is, the 2 turns, we haven't had crap for supply, so we haven't been able to barely use anything, which really is air support. Maybe use it here. Hang on. So we have another combat here. Let's go ahead and activate this area, and we'll attack the fanatic unit there, of course. Let's see, what is, let's see, B4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's it. It'd only be 11, huh? 11 versus 9. Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to use our air support. So, again, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's place it at 11. No pluses to us, because what we're going to do is we're going to use our air support, which is a minus 1d6 against the Germans. So, against their attack strength here. So, it is 6, so let's see what we get a minus. 4, minus 4. So that becomes a 2. So 2 plus 2 for the area, that's 4, plus the morale becomes a total of 5. All right, we should whoop his butt here. Let's see what happens. 2d6 for each, let's do it. All right, rolled 5, plus our 11, puts us at 16. And then for them, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 5, puts them at 14. So he is eliminated. That was a success. Wasn't an overrun though, so they are flipped over, but it was a success. All right, so we captured that area, by the way, so German morale drops by 1. And again, although it's a suburban area, it was, so you only get 1 of them, but it's the only one we captured, so it's the only one we get for anyway. Okay, now we have 1 area left with our units, and that is area 2 here, the starting area. We have a leader and a subordinate infantry unit. However, I don't think that he's going to go anywhere. Stacking, he can't go to the only place he could go would be here, but it doesn't really help anything. So, and he's not going to go off on his own and attack. So he's just going to stick right here, possible reserves for future offensives. Okay, that's it for the combat phase. Check for the end. Check for automatic victory. Of course not. We only control what, one, two, yeah, two areas, and then we're fighting over third. So we definitely know automatic victory. So now turns 1 through 8. If there's no automatic victory, flip all spent units back to their fresh side. Advance that turn marker and go to the next turn's dawn phase. All right, turn 3, October 15th. See what we can do here. Dawn phase, check for reinforcements. Yep, we have reinforcements here. Let's go ahead and place them in area 1. It's a setup area, so we can exceed stacking there. Go and place them there. Leader mortality. We have no leaders in the action box this turn. Yay for us. So let's go to the random event phase. Please, I do not want Aachen defenders counterattack again. I need my full supply points. Please, please, please. So 6, 7, 8. Plus 5. What's that? 13. 13 is rain. Okay, so a little bit of a bummer there. So what that does is air support is prohibited. The movement factor of all American units is reduced to 4. If you flip over the turn track to rain. And the defenders, the German defenders, will have a +2 on their defense value total. So, all right. So now it's the supply phase. Let's roll 3d6 for supplies. All right, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. At least we get all 12. So, all right. So let's go ahead and spend. We can't buy air support. I won't be able to use it anyway, so I assume we just can't buy it. Let's go ahead and get some armor. That's 4. No, it's 3. Excuse me. And then let's get engineer. That's 2. 1. Let's get 2 artillery. Well, 5 left, huh? Oh, doing pretty good actually. Let's do another armor and another engineer. And that'll take away all of our units. Okay, good. So we have 2 of each of these, so we can definitely do some damage now this turn. Okay, so for supply phase, let's go on to combat phase. Check for bloody streets. Doesn't apply. All right, U.S. combat rounds. So let's do it. So let's go ahead and activate area 3 down here. They're going to go ahead and be fighting the Fanatic here. So I'm not going to use any support, I don't think. So let's just go ahead and conduct the actual... Well, should I? Maybe use some artillery anyway. Yeah, let's use an artillery. Oh, wait, but if I use engineer as well, that gives a combined arms bonus. What do you guys think? What should I do? Go for broke? Yeah, why not? Okay, we'll use an artillery and an engineer. That combined with the units here will give us a combined arms bonus. So, in addition to their bonuses, right? So, lead unit 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 for the artillery. 14, 15 for the engineer. 16 for the combined arms. Total of 16. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. The German defender, they'll have 5, 6, 7. Morale gives them 8. And then it's raining, so they go to 10. Okay, I'm definitely glad I used the additional support. Okay, my 16 versus their 10. Let's roll. Oh, beautiful. Here we go. We are going to be, this would be an overrun. So 16 plus 8 is going to be 24. And theirs is 10 plus 3 is 13. So 24 minus 13, a remainder of 11. Greater than the Fanatic strength. So he's eliminated, obviously. German morale is dropped down. We were taking control of the area. And because it was a overrun, not just a success, we stay fresh. Our units here actually stay fresh, stay on their front side, and it can continue activating or activate in the future, and whatever, depending on what we want to do. Beautiful. Finally, good combat result here. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead. Now, here's where it starts getting tricky. It's like, okay, well, we had a fight in a suburban area. We captured it. So we reduced our morale. If we have another one in a suburban area and win, we still, remember, the German morale doesn't go down anymore. So we can still do it, still take control areas, but just keep in mind it's not going to be as effective. So let's go ahead and activate let's activate Area 3 again. And what we're going to do is head up to Area 11 Wrote Erde. Should I mispronounce that? That's all right. Okay, move them up into here. 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. All right, we're gonna have a mandatory combat, so we're flip to reveal. Fanatic and thesis. Fanatics are everywhere. All right, so remember that's the one where a success is changed into a stalemate. Okay, so for us, and just like kind of before, but let's do armor support this time. So let's do an armor support. It gives us, what was that, a +3, right? For armor support. Yep. All right, so it'll be lead unit 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 for the armor support. So marker at 15. German defender is going to be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then the rain 13. Jeez. Oh man, should put more support with. Oh well, it is what it is now. All right, let's go ahead and roll. Well, I think we'll be successful, but it's going to change to a stalemate. But hey, better than a repulse. Okay, so we had 6 could go with our 15, right? So that's 21. And they had 5 to go with their 13. That's 18. So, yep, we were successful. However, it's Fanatic, remember? So it is changed to a stalemate. Still better than a repulse, though. All right. All units are flipped to a spent with no other result. Remember that. That rain can be brutal with that +2 to defender. That just makes it that much harder. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and activate. I still want to get a like an urban area. So let's activate area 1 here and move into area 14, Kandenweiss. So 1. Oops. Make sure they're the same. Gotta have that to help with the stacking and the combat string. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So again, we'll leave these here. 4, little backup reserve maybe. All right, go ahead and mandatory. So flip them over. Barrage and 7. So barrage is American player must either place 1 attacking infantry or armor unit in the out of action box prior to combat, or flip all attacking units to spent and retreat. Let's do one of the attacking units. So let's do the leader here. Sorry. Oh no, it's got to be infantry or armor, not a leader. Oh, bummer. Okay, well, sorry then. Infantry here. All right, get out of here. Okay. All right, so we're definitely going to use whatever advantages we have here. Let's go ahead and do an engineer and arty. That would give us combined arms as well. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we can't use the leader because he doesn't have a subordinate unit with, right? He has to have a subordinate to be counted. So it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus 11, 12, 13. And combined arms 14. So place unit 14. And the defender is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He's at 13. My God. It's wild. All right. Ooh, nice. Okay, well, we'll at least be successful here. So 6 and 5, 11. So that's a total of 25. They got 9. Plus they're 13. We're at 25. They're at 22. We were successful. Perfect. All right, we were successful. She's eliminated. And because we captured a different area that's not suburban, it's an urban area, German morale drops again to 15. However, units are flipped over to their spent side, but I will take it at this point. Start off a little slow with lack of supply, but no, we're moving a little bit. We're capturing some areas. We're moving a little bit. All right, so now we look and we could say, okay, so do we, for instance, do we, maybe combine them and then kind of start launching their own attacks? It's certainly a possibility. However, let's think about the pluses and minuses, kind of the strengths and stuff here. So it would be, say we had them combined, right? These remaining fresh units. 4, 5, 6, 7. It's just 7 if we had armor. We don't use our armor. That's an additional 3, right? So it's 8, 9, 10. Well, we're seeing how strong the defenders are, especially with the rain this turn. So we're not going to do that now. So we're just going to leave them as is. I suppose I could technically combine them. Get them a little stronger. What do you guys think? Yeah, let's do that just in case. So we'll activate area 2, move them up here. and just have them go to spent. And then they will pass on them. So, okay, perfect. So that's it for combat phase. Check for automatic victory. Nope. End phase. No victory or loss yet. So we will go to flipping all of our spent units over. Advance turn marker. And go to turn 4. And go to the dawn phase. All right, so it's turn 4. And of course I did turn over the turn marker from rain over to clear side. The rain has cleared up today, October 16th. All right, first phase, dawn phase. Check for reinforcements. No reinforcements this turn. We'll get some next turn. Leader mortality. No leaders down in the out of action box. Go to the event phase. So roll 3d6. Check for random event. 6, 10, 13. So 13 is rain. So flip it back over. Never mind. I guess it is still raining today. Rain cleared up momentarily, and then it came back. So remember, no air support. The movement factor of all American units is reduced to 4 instead of 6. And then the defenders get a +2 from their defense to their defense value. Okay, supply phase, 3d6, determine supply. Ooh, nice. That's too bad. 14. I will definitely take that roll. All right, so you have 14 to supply to spend. Now we do have a infantry unit here in the out of action box. We definitely want to get him back. So we'll spend 1. Fortunately, they're not too expensive to get back. So we'll spend 1. And we get him back, and we will put him... where is his home units? Up here, right? Yeah, with Weeks as his leader. So we'll go ahead and place him there. Okay. Let's buy, well, okay, let's do another armor, and that is 3. Right down to 10. We'll do 2 artillery, that's 2. 2 engineer, that's 4. That's a total of 6. 6 right down to 4. All right, so we have 4 left. Should we just get, armor and artillery? Yeah, let's do that. So for 3. So, boom. All right, and that'll be all 4. Okay, beautiful. All right, that's it for supply phase. Now we'll go to combat phase. Check for bloody streets. Nope, no bloody streets at all. Actually, every area we're in, we actually control, so good there. All right, on to the U.S. action rounds. Let's start clearing up some of these areas here. So let's activate area 11 here, the road Erde, and move to Berkshire, area 4. Oh, no, they're right. No, they're in an area. And in fact, rewind, there is a bloody street. So this is a contested area, and it's urban. Good catch, Wayne. All right, 1d6. We're going to check for the bloody streets. It's on elite unit, so it's just going to be a straight 1d6. We want a 1 to 4. Okay, 5 is not good. Raises your morale by 1. That's not good at all. So 1 to 4 is no effect. 5 is raise your morale plus 1. 6 is flip the American units to their spent side and raise your morale. So, yikes. All right, so we just survived there. So now let's go ahead and activate this area, but let's actually conduct that combat and finish taking him out. All right. We will use artillery and engineers. Yes, it's artillery and engineers here. Lead attacking unit, 6, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus 13, 14, 15, and then 16 for combined arms, so 16, so not too bad. The defender will be 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11, 12, 13 because of the rain. Okay. So combat, see what we get. All right, so we had 8 plus we had 16. That puts us at 24. We had 13 plus 10, 23. Just did it. So he is eliminated. We do take control of that area, which means German morale does drop by 1. Yikes, that was a tough one. Okay. However, we are all flipped to spent. Bummer. All right, let's go ahead and Yeah, we'll activate area 14 up here. Move them back here to Heron. Start taking him out. 1, 2, 4. All right, reveal. 6, and ambush. Ambush is eliminate the lead attacking unit after combat resolution. I'm going to pick him as a lead combat unit because I want the strength. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 plus, let's go ahead and use... let's use Artie along with armor. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So additional 4. So put it at 16. So 16. And then for the German defender, it is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. 5 more then. Let's see what we can do. All right. Very successful combat. So 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 16. That's 24. They're at 11, 12, 17. So 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's actually an overrun as well. So now the ambush still occurs. So we lose our lead attacking unit. Bummer. However, it's an overrun. So he's eliminated, which that was the first suburban area. So we get German morale to drop. And our units stay fresh, which is actually pretty nice. Let's see here. Well, we can keep attacking and just see what we can do here. Might as well, right? Is that the first? Yeah, that is the first suburban. So if we go to another suburban, it'll still... it's okay. We got what we got to do. So let's go ahead and activate this area and move into here. All right. And we're definitely going to have this mandatory combat. So flip them over to sniper. Sniper, place 1 leader in the out of action box after combat resolution. Bummer. Okay, so for the actual fight itself, let's use engineer and arty and armor. Yeah, we can do that. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 6 is 15. Oh, and the combined arms actually makes it 16. The defender is going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. 16 versus 9. Ooh, I'm smelling an overrun. 4 plus 16, so that's 20. And they got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's a remainder of 5, which is just 1 greater than the defender. So it is an overrun, so they do stay fresh. All right, he's eliminated. And then what was the sniper does? Place 1 leader in out of action box after combat resolution. Yeah. Sorry, Smoots, you're out of here. Okay. I think that'll be... And they're stay fresh because of an overrun. However, pretty weakened, so they're not going anywhere. And remember, Jessica took control of the area, but we had already taken control of a suburban area, so the German morale does not drop any further this turn. Okay, they're going to stay there then, even though they're fresh. I don't care. We're not attacking. Not strong enough either. Right? I give them armor, but nah, we won't risk it. And then spent here. So, yeah, I think that's going to be it. Okay, that's going to be it for the combat phase. Automatic victory. Nope. Go to the end phase. No automatic victory or loss yet. So, we're going to flip our spent units back to their fresh side. Flip the turn marker to clear. Hopefully it stays clear. Advance it to turn 5 and go to the dawn phase. All right, start of turn 5 here, October 17th. Dawn phase reinforcements. You get a nice fat stack of reinforcements here. These are actually the first armored units that we get in the game here. So, Hogan Spearhead. Check them out here. Awesome. All right. So, for them, they go into any vacant American-controlled area, and they have to go into the same area, which is just fine by me. So, let's go ahead and put them... where should we get them at? So you could start a whole kind of a new offensive here. Let's get them, Area 3, Beverau. Yeah, let's do that. Start a whole new offensive, baby. Beautiful. Okay. Now, leader mortality. Yep, Smoot's over here, so let's roll. When we want a 5 or 6, we get him back right away. A 1 or 2 is bad, and it means he's dead. A 3 or 4, that's okay. It's right in the middle. So he's placed on the turn track. The next turn, he will come back. All right, random event phase. Roll 3d6. Check the random event chart. 4, 5, 6, 7. That is Aachen Defender's counterattack. Supply die roll halved. Are you kidding me? Oh, man. Okay, so let's roll first fly. Would have been a beautiful roll here. So 11, 12, 13, 14. Let's have those, so it becomes 7. So 5. Oh gosh. All right, so only 7. So let's do artillery, 1, engineer, 2, 3, 4 left. Let's do do an armor. Yeah, let's do an armor. So which is 3, 4. No, I know. Let's do an air support. We haven't had air support at all, right? We haven't done that in a while, I should say. Weather's finally clear. Perfect. Okay, so for supply phase. No, wait. We don't want to do that. We don't want their support because so let's do an armor. Because we want to bring back can't, dang it. Costs too much. 3. We need an extra one, so only by 2. So do engineer. There we go. All right, now we have enough. Cost 2. Let's get him back in here. Whew, don't want to forget him. And we'll place him up here, back where he was. Okay, now we are good with our units, right? Good on the supply phase. Now we go to the combat phase. Check for that pesky bloody streets. No. We're good. All right, let's go into the U.S. action rounds. First off, we'll activate Area 3 here and send our units into Berscheid, Area 4. Flip it over to reveal. It's a sniper, which sniper places a leader in the out-of-action box after combat resolution. Let's go ahead and have... Sure, combat. Should we do anything for combat? We'll do... can't do an armor support because he has armor. So we can do an engineer, though. Let's do that. So we'll do engineer support. That's +2. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There. They're at 3, 4, 5, 6. 11 versus 6. Not too bad. That's actually a pretty good one for us, I'd say. Let's see what happens. Boom. Damn. Nice. So we had 21. 6. They ended up with 12. So that is an overrun. So we stay fresh. Eliminated them. We stay fresh. We also captured this area, so German morale drops. That's the first time we captured a suburban area. However, with the sniper, remember, place 1 leader in the out-of-action box after combat resolution. So, leader here will be placed over here. Bummer. Okay, so, and he stays fresh because of the overrun. Should keep her going over here. Just see what we can do. Now let's try that. So, he'll activate and move here. Flip him over. 5 and an ambush. Ambush is eliminate the lead attacking unit after combat resolution. So lead attacking unit. Let's go ahead and send in artillery and engineer support. So that's 1, 2, 3, plus its combined arms. So total +4. So 6, 7, 8 plus 4 makes it 12. It's 12. And the defender will be 5, 6, 7, 8. 12 versus 8. We're still favored. Let's still favored. All right, 7. 7 plus our 12 puts us at 19. 5 plus 8 is 13. So the remainder of 6, which also is another overrun, actually. So successful and another overrun. What was the ambush again? Eliminated lead tech unit after combat. But yeah, he's eliminated. So I think we're done there, considering we just suffered some losses here. Plus, although we took this area, again, remember we already did 1. So we did not get to lower the morale at all. Okay. I still have armor support. Let's keep the combat going here. Let's attack let's move from here to here. So we'll activate area Feldchen, area 16, and move to Industrigeit, area 13. Move them all in here and engage in a little combat. All right, a sniper. So place 1 leader in the out-of-action box after combat resolution. All right, we're definitely going to use our armor support, which adds that +3. So it'll be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. +3 is 14. Looking good. They're at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 14, or 14 versus their 10. We got this, baby. No, maybe not. All right, so 6, 14 is a total of 20, and they had 12 plus 10 is 22. Oh, so that is a repulse. So lead attacking unit is removed. That's a sniper, so it's a leader, also in the out-of-action box. So we'll lose, say, weeks here. And then, as addition to repulse, all units are spent, and then retreat is required in case of mandatory combat, which is what this was, because we moved into a new area. And then also the German morale goes up by 1. Wonderful, just wonderful. Okay, I think that'll be it. I don't think I want to fuss around too much, should I? I suppose I could keep trying to attack some places, like attack here to here. Sure, why not? Let's move into there. So we'll activate this area, move in here, and see what we can do. All right, reveal, fanatic, which remember lowers a success to a stalemate. All right, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we have no modifiers, so it'll just be 12 versus 3, 4, 5, 6. At least we got a good chance there. All right, 7 plus our 12, that's 19. 4 plus their 6 is 10, so that is 9 over. So we crushed him. So actually, fanatic is ignored. Excuse me. So we actually get to take it and remain fresh. Beautiful. Should we try to attack there? We don't have to worry about sniper at all, but I don't know if I like how strong he is. So let's go ahead and wait. Let's go ahead and pause. So we will stop our combats. Check for automatic victory. No automatic victory at all. End phase. Automatic victory. No loss because it's only turn 5. And we'll go to the end phase. So we're going to flip everyone over to fresh. Advance a turn marker. And go to the dawn phase of, looks like it'll be turn number 6. All right, turn 6 dawn phase. Reinforcements are none yet. Next turn, we'll get the last reinforcements in the game. Leader mortality. We do have our leader, Smoots, who is ready to come back. So we'll go ahead and put him back with his subordinate units here. And then we get 2 leaders down here. So let's go ahead and roll for Hogan first off. Remember, higher is better. Beautiful. 5 or 6, who gets a turn to play immediately. So let's roll for weeks here. 5 to 6, 5 to 6, a 1 KIA. So he is removed from the game. Sorry, buddy. All right, and then, yep, that's it for our leaders. We'll go random event phase. So we'll roll our 3d6. 4, 5, 6, 7. That is Aachen defenders. Counterattack, supply die, roll halved. Are you kidding me? Okay, roll 4 supply. Speaking of which, 6, 10, 11, 12. That is just 6. Wonderful. Okay, we'll bring back both these armored units. That's 4. That leaves us with 2 left. So 4, and then we'll do up here. All right, and then we have 2 left, I said, right? So we'll do a, doesn't really matter, 2 RDs, I guess. All right, okay, on to the combat phase. There is no bloody streets, nope. All right, so let's go into regular combat here. Or action rounds, excuse me. Let's see. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, that's true. Okay. All right, let's we got to capture some areas here though. So let's go ahead and they will move into here, and we'll see what we get. So activating this area, mandatory combat, reveal, oops, barrage. Regular player must either place 1 attacking infantry unit out of box prior to combat, or football attacking unit is spent. We'll go ahead and can I do infantry or armor? We'll do infantry here. All right. End of our combat. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put it at 10. And they're going to be at 3, 4, 5, 6. So 10 versus 6. I think we got a good chance here, boys. 3. Oops, that was 3. That was 3 total. So plus 10 was 13. There 4 plus 6 is 10. So we are successful, eliminated. And then we capture the area. However, we are flipped over to spent because it was just a success. Now, so to artillery. Yeah, might as well capture this area here. So activate and move in. And I will be confident we will do it. Boom. Okay, and we'll spend, we can only do one of each, so one artillery, I guess. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it gives me 13. And they're at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 13 versus 10, decent chance. Our 5 plus 13, it puts us at 18. Their 10 plus 11 puts them at 21. So that is a repulse. So the attacking unit is eliminated. All units are spent. And then it was not a mandatory because the unit was already revealed, I believe. Was it mandatory? I'm not sure actually. So it wasn't contested. Actually, no, because it wasn't contested at the time. So I think we have to retreat. Okay. All right. Yep, that'll definitely be it for that turn. So, automatic victory, nope. Automatic loss, nope. Go ahead and we flip our units back to the fresh side. Advance to turn marker, go to dawn phase of turn number 7. All right, turn number 7, October 19th. Just a couple turns left. Let's see what we can do. All right, reinforcements. We do get some reinforcements here. Hughes units, if I can pronounce it right. We'll place them up here, and with them, it should be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, max stacking there. Well, it's unlimited area, but you and I mean, they can move together. Okay, that's it for leader mortality. No leaders. Go to random event phase. Roll random events. 10, 11, 12, 13 is rain. Oh, that's a bummer on that one, actually. Big bummer there. Okay, so remember, no air support. Movement factor of all American units reduced to 4, and defenders get a +2. Roll for 4 points. 6, 7, 8. So not a great roll, but better than we've had previously. All right, 8. Let's go ahead and get 2 engineers, an arty. That's 5. Then with 3 left, we'll get a armor support. We'll leave the armor support. Take those 3 points. We'll purchase 2, 1. Yeah, we'll purchase these units back. Okay. So, and where should we put them out here? Let's reinforce down here, maybe? Yeah, might as well. And then here, we can put them up, actually, no. One thing would be put them there, and just put them there. There we go, whatever, that'll work for us. Oh yeah, that's it for supply phase, combat phase, no bloody streets, nope. Let's go to regular actions. Let's go ahead and activate and start moving around, see what we can do here. So, activate this area here, start moving some units, we'll move them up. Moving into an area adjacent to an area with a German unit is 2, so that means it leaves them with only 2 left, which unfortunately means they can't enter this area because it takes 3 more. I haven't really had to worry about moving factors up to this point. I haven't been keeping track because normally I've been moving from one area to an adjacent one, which is pretty much always possible. But now that we have to move multiple areas, I'm finding out not going to work this time. So they'll stay here, and they are now spent because movement is complete. Okay. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and finish this area off right here. So we'll move them to activate this area, move down. That'll be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And let's use engineer and arty. So 13, 14, 15. And then combine arms to 16. So we'll 16. Versus they will be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Because it's raining. So 16 versus 12. All right, 4, 5, so 16. So that puts us at 21 versus their 17. So 4 over. So it was a success. It was not an over. It was a success. So the sniper's eliminated. And German morale drops by 1. And however, we are flipped over to the spent side, since it was just a regular soul success. All right, let's go ahead and activate. Start up here, move over here, and fight him. Barrage, so American player must either place one attack infantry or army in the out of action box prior, or football units is spent. We don't do that, so we'll go ahead and get rid of infantry. I think it was the same one I brought back. Sorry, buddy. All right, and then we'll definitely use our artillery and engineer support. Which again adds 1, 2, 3, total of 4. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 4 is 14. Oops. Yep, 14. And they're going to be at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yikes. All right. 5, 6, 7 puts us at 21. And they are at 5 plus 11 is 16. So remainder is 5. Success. Eliminated and captured a new area. Beautiful. However, they are spent, but that's okay. All right. Well, we got these guys down here. What's worth risking them? Let's go ahead and we'll see. No, with the rain, we can't. We gotta wait. So we're not gonna do anything more. So that'll be it. Well, we're on turns though. Oh boy. Oh, lucky me. All right, let's go ahead and activate and move. We gotta try to push it here because we're running out of turns. Reveal. Oh boy. Elite. German side rolls 3d6 instead of 2d6 and drops the lowest. Wonderful. All right, so for combat, I have no modifiers, so it'll be 6, 7, 8, 9. They will have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 because of the rain. And they get to roll 3d6 and drop the lowest. We'll drop this 1. Okay, so I had 9 plus 8. I had 17. They had 11 plus 12, 23. So what's the opposite of an overrun or crushed? Fortunately, that's not an option, so we'll just repulse. So lead attacking unit is eliminated. We are forced to retreat and reduce or spent, of course, and German morale goes up by 1. Oh my god. Okay, and that is definitely it. We have no fresh units left anyway. Okay, Mike victory, definitely not. Definitely not going to be a victory this game, I'm guessing here. End phase, no Mike victory or loss yet. We're going to flip our spent units back to fresh, advance a turn marker, flip it to clear, and go to turn 8. 2 turns left in the game. All right, turn 8, October 20th, dawn phase, no more reinforcements, leader mortality, no leaders. However, when we get to supply phase, we do have 2 of combat units. But first off, random event phase. 6, 7, 8, 9, that is 14. 14 is Aachen Defender's counterattack. Supply die roll halved. Wonderful. So let's, speaking of which, let's supply 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's halved down to 3.5. And you round down, so it becomes 3. So we have 3. Yes, that's right. 3 supply points to spend. So we will recover. Actually, we'll leave them in the out of action box. And we will get an RD and an engineer. Those will be our 3. Yep, that's what we'll do. Oh boy, what a wonderful feeling. All right, let's go ahead and activate. We're going to the combat phase. No bloody streets. Okay, let's activate this area. Move to Hotel Quellenhof. It's fortified, but we got a bunch of people. We got some artillery. We got some engineers. We're going to win this one, I swear. All right, let's reveal. Okay, a fanatic with an 8 strength. So remember, success is changed to a stalemate. All right, we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we're going to use artillery and engineer, which has a total plus 4. So that 12 becomes a 16. 16, they are at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So for us, our 16 becomes a 22, and the 13 becomes an 18. Remainder is 4. So not an overrun, it's just a success, but then because it's a fanatic, the success becomes a stalemate. So everyone is just flip. We don't control the area, stay in there. Let's flip to spent side. All right. Let's go ahead and activate. Activate area 12. No. What would that be? 5, 6, 7 versus. Oh boy. We just don't have the strength to do it. Don't have the strength to do it. Activate unit here and move to Rosenhugel, area 21. Flip them over. Only a 6, a sniper. Place 1 leader in the out of action box after combat resolution. Speaking of combat, let's do it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No other modifiers or bonuses. No support units, so just at 10. He'll be 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 versus 9. 3, 4, 5. We'll just win by 1, right? We got 15. We got 14, so we just win by 1. So he's eliminated, and we captured an area. So German round drops to 11. However, he was a sniper, which was spent as well because it was a regular one. Sniper, so which means place 1 leader in the out of action box. So Smoots, no, not Smoots. We want Walker, right? Yeah. No, it doesn't matter really, does it? All right, Smoots, you're out of here. Sorry, buddy. Okay, last area, let's activate. We got to keep fighting because we got no other chance. Move into Adalbert Steinweig, area 10. Yep, nailed that. Pronunciation, by the way. Flip them over. All right, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No other modifiers, right? No, 10. We have no support units. They will have 8. Oh, and then elite gets to roll 3d6 instead of 2d6. Wonderful. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they're 12 and to roll 3d6 and drop the lowest. So drop that 1, keep the 6 and 3. So plus 7. So it's total of 17. They have 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 12. That is a repulse for me. So lead attacking unit is removed. Units are spent and they're forced to retreat. All right, and then you try him here. Doesn't really. There's no ability. I don't think we have any ability to win at this point, but we got to try at least. So we'll move over here. 5, 6, 7 versus 7, 8, 9, 10. So my 7 versus his 10. We just have to roll really well. We got a 6, add to our 7, that's 13. They got 10 to add to their 10, that's 20. So we are repulsed, which means eliminated, spent. Oh, and the German morale goes up. And there's a repulse over there. German morale went up from that too. So it goes back up to 13 here. Okay, wonderful. All right, so everyone's been activated as much as they can. Yep, so end of combat phase, check for automatic victory. End phase, not there yet. It's going to be in turn 9 for automatic loss, which is going to happen. All right, so last turn 8, last turn we're doing this. Flip our spent units back to the fresh side, advance a turn marker, go to the dawn phase of turn 9 so we can finish out this loss. All right, turn 9, last turn of the game, October 21st. Reinforcements, there are none. Leader mortality, we had Smoots, so we roll for him. Number 1, 5 or 6. We got a 4, so he's placed ahead in the turn track, so he will not come back in time. All right, we go to the random event phase. Let's roll for random events. 3 to 6. That is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is rain. Okay, rain. Wonderful. There's be a little bit of rain here. Perfect. We'll do supply phase. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we got 10 to spend. Let's go ahead and purchase. I can't do any air. Let's do armor is 3, 4, 5, 6. That leaves 4 left. And we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Get these units back here. All right, that's it for supplies are spent. Okay, that's it for supply phase. Go to combat phase. Bloody streets. There's one right here. Yep, so roll for bloody streets there. A 2, so no effect. Thank God. All right, yep. So let's go to the combat phase. Well, we're in a combat phase. Action rounds. Let's do what we can here. So we'll go ahead and this unit, they're fighting here, so they have to go try to take it over. So we're going to go ahead and activate and fight. We'll use a armor support with them. This gives them a +3. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is 15 with armor support. And the defender will have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 because of the rain. So even die roll. 5, 6, 7, 8 versus 3. We win. Success. 5 over. Not enough for an overrun, but he is at least eliminated, which does reduce German morale down to 12. But not an overrun, therefore we are spent. All right, let's go ahead and activate Area 12 here. Move everyone over to this right here. And engage in a little combat with the elite unit. We'll go ahead and use our Arty and Engineer. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 total with the combined arms. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 is a total of 13. Right there. And then they'll be at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, thanks to the rain. So there's slight disadvantage. We just got to roll high, roll high, roll high. 5, 6, 7, there's 6. I think that's going to be a stalemate, correct? So 13, 6, 7, so that's 20. And that's 14 plus 6 is 20. Yep, so that's stalemate. All defending, or all attacking units, excuse me, flip to their spent side. All right, and then we will activate Area 5, Steiny Brook, and move into Kaiser Friedrich Park out here and attack. So 6, 7, 8, 9, no support, so let's be at 9. And they have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 because of the rain. So we're a slight disadvantage by 3. Roll high, roll high. We just got to roll really high. 5, 6, 7, 8. Puts us at 17. They got 9. Puts them at 21. So they repulsed us. We'll eliminate the lead defending unit and spent and forced retreat. And increased German morale thanks to the repulse. Let's see, any units left to activate here? Let me check, let me check, let me check. And I'm not seeing any. Okay, so combat phase is over. Check for automatic victory. That did not happen. So end phase. Check for an automatic loss. If at the start of the end phase of turn 9, which is where we're at, German morale is 6 or higher, it is at 13. Starts at 19. It's at 13. If it's at 6 or higher, it's an automatic loss. So we lose. The Americans failed to capture Aachen in time, and this becomes something for the Germans to rally around and be slightly more successful and delay the inevitable end of World War II by an additional 2 weeks or something like that. Wow. Okay. The cities of the damned Aachen. Can you believe that? So, as you can imagine, as you can see, I would say if you watch the whole thing, my lack of supply really hurt me. I had some poor rolls, as usual for me, on video. I just cannot roll well on video. But also had some poor supply rolls, plus some poor luck. How many times did I roll the Aachen Defender's counterattack? Like 4 times? That halves your supplies. So whatever supplies those would have been, those turns would have been doubled, which that many more units available, that many more support units, which if you can't tell, support units are a huge part of converting a combat from, you know, kind of a 50-50 affair to, oh, yep, outright supporting your side of it. So let me kind of clean up for a second here, and then I'll give you kind of my mini review and final thoughts on the game. All right, mini review time of Aachen Cities of the Damned, the Aachen game, in Against Odds Magazine number 60. So, things I like, things I don't like, what I love, what I like. The game, the same system from Stalingrad, from Manila. If you enjoyed that, you're going to like this one. It's sort of a slightly smaller, slightly faster playing version of those. Those other games are not large games anyway, so this one is only maybe a little bit smaller, but it does seem to play a little bit faster, probably because I believe there's fewer combat units for your attackers, I believe. I haven't compared those, but it just seems to play a little bit faster. The system itself is a good system, right? It's fun. It's has a lot of choices when it comes to your supplies. You're making a lot of die rolls, but you never know what's gonna happen turn to turn with the random events. You never know how many supplies you're gonna have. Obviously combat is gonna be kind of chaotic, but you get to make choices on, hey, do I bring back units from out of action box? Do I focus on support units? Do I build up my strength and kind of slowly work my way? Or do I make more riskier attacks? A little bit of a push your luck feel to an aspect, right? Of making attacks, you're probably wearing yourself down though. So even if you're having overruns, you're successful, you're probably slowly kind of getting worn down, using up your support per turn. Eventually you're not going to have any. Eventually you're going to have units going to the out of action box, and you're going to either have to stop, or units will be spent, you'll be stopped by itself. Very quick. You can see very quick playing, very fast, turn to turn. Combat's fast. Once you especially have how to do modifiers down, it goes really quickly. Things I didn't like. So just to recap quick, a lot of good things I loved, like I loved in the previous games. Those basically continue in the Aachen game here. Things I didn't like. Number one, the artwork. You look at this artwork. I love what Mark Mahaffey does with probably 95% of his games, if not more, right? You'll often hear me see a game with his name on it for game art, and I'll say, here we go, it's going to look great, it's going to look good, and it's really going to help the theme, help the feeling of it, and you're going to be more immersed in it. I don't like this. I don't like how the units look. I don't like the map. The map is very computer generated look. The units are cartoony. I just, they don't look good. I mean, I've showed it off before in my recon. I kind of was a little skeptical, but I was like, you know what, let's see if it'll grow on me. It hasn't. I don't like the look of this game. I far prefer the look of the two previous games in the series, Stalingrad and Manila, which, if I remember correctly, Mark Mahaffey does the art for those as well. Now, those are published by Revolution Games. This is published by Against the Odds Magazine by LPS Incorporated. So obviously different publisher, but I just I'm disappointed, right? I felt disappointed when I first saw it. My initial reaction in my unboxing, my unbagging of the game was, oh, this is what it looks like. Maybe I'll like it. Give it a chance, right? Definitely. I don't like it. I don't like how it looks. It doesn't detract from the game. You can see things easy enough, although the numbers of the areas really blend in. So if there's any sort of gameplay aspect, I guess I would say that is the numbers of the area can blend in. But when you're just playing, you're moving stuff around, it's easy enough to see, easy enough to read. Readability is good. I just don't find it an attractive game. At the same time, I had to, as usual, so they changed this for Manila, but then with this game, I don't understand why they didn't do it again, so I had to come up with a system for keeping track of attack values and defense values. I don't understand why, it's a problem where they can't just have a separate track for it or have it dedicated. Now, it's super easy, right? You saw me, in my playthrough, I just used a American control marker, which, just like with the previous games, is very superfluous. Not only that, it's like the same exact color, so it really blends in. But anyway, you grabbed an extra one of the German defenders, an extra American one, and I just used the morale track. However, look at all this room. There's still a ton of room on this map. There's extra space outside the map itself on this, the actual board part of it, the actual play mat. So there's room for another track that could be the attack and defense totals kept track of. So when I first was playing, I started using my old D20s, which is what I had to recommend for Stalingrad. Then, so I kind of came up with the idea of using D20s. Stuka Joe created like its own mat, which I can't do art. So he created a mat, and then they did that with the Manila game. Revolution did. They had the mat with separate counters to keep track. I just don't understand why this game they didn't do the same thing. Why not have a track or dedicated counters? Again, this is easy enough to do that, but it's not in the rules as is. So it is something you have to make an extra step on your own, right? To say, wait a second, how am I going to keep track of this turn to turn here for every single combat? Not turn to turn, excuse me, it would be every single combat. Simple, either use D20 or pretty much even easier, use these, throw them on the morale track, keep track of it that way. The difficulty, it's very difficult, as you saw, got my butt whooped. I feel like it's even more difficult than the other two games. I could be wrong. It definitely feels very difficult. I will say it's not so much a negative as just maybe an observation, right? So the game, just be aware you're going to lose. You're going to lose a lot. I've yet to win it. I've only played it 3 times. And I've played the other games as well. If you add all those up, I've played dozens of times. I've only played Aachen 3 total times. A learning game, and then I played 3 total games. All 3 were losses. This was probably my worst loss, but the other 2 weren't too much better. Final thoughts here. Overall, I enjoy it. I can't necessarily recommend the whole magazine already. I don't have enough opinion because I haven't played the other game, and Against the Odds number 60, Casino from Paul Rohrbaugh. I can say that Aachen is good. If you like this system, if you love this system, you're going to like this game. If you only kind of liked it, if you're looking for something different, you're not going to get it here, right? It is the same system and the same game as those other ones. That's not a knock, just be aware. There's nothing original about it. There's nothing tremendously different. Now that I've played this 3rd game in this series, if you will, unofficial series, definitely feeling a little bit of sameness. Enjoyable, replayable, difficult, so that you're going to keep coming back. You're not going to just play it a couple times, beat it, and then say, all right, I'm done with it. You're going to keep coming back until you try to beat it, especially if you're very competitive. Just be aware it doesn't bring a ton of originality to what Michael Rinella, has already created with that system. So overall, definitely recommend it if you want another solitaire war game, a system that you're familiar with, or an easy to learn type system. And maybe, just simple fact is, hey, you want to buy a magazine that happens to come with 2 distinct solitaire war games. Can't go wrong there. Just keep in mind everything I've said previously. Okay, I think that'll be it for my playthrough and review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully, I make too many mistakes. I'm sure I made a couple, but it is what it is when you're filming a playthrough. I'll tell you that right now. So otherwise, I enjoy this one. Thanks for watching. Tell me what you think in the comments below. What you think of my video, think of my mini review, or if you've played it, what you think of the game or the other game even. Feel free to chime in. So, and if you made this far, thumbs up, and of course, subscribing is always appreciated. But until next time, guys, later.